It has been several months since I last took a whack at attempting to transform my boyfriend's bachelor pad bedroom into our shared, sophisticated bedroom. We've been a little tight on funds, which meant we had to take a bit of a break from this, but today we're getting back into it. So we are finally back in this bedroom. For those of you that are new here, you're probably not aware of this part of the series, where specifically in this bedroom, I am changing it from a bachelor pad bedroom to a more sophisticated couple's bedroom, if that makes sense. Because right now, half of it really still is bachelor pad-y. Since you guys last saw this bedroom, nothing has changed. And the reason for that is because we're really on a budget here. I don't make a whole lot of money, and Tim and I are saving to buy a house. This is a condo. Between those two things happening simultaneously, everything costing so much and we're not making insane amounts of money and also trying to save for a house, we have to get really creative and strategic with how we save money. And that includes how I renovate this place. So obviously I've been kind of kicking that stone down the road until today. So we're going to be seeing what we can do as far as trying to make this room look a little more sophisticated with what I'm bringing over from my old apartment, what we can find online, and any other ideas that I can come up with. And on that note, let's see what we can go do. So I have this bench that I brought over from my old apartment. This might be weird lighting, but oh well. Hi, Reggie. You coming up for cuddles? Okay. So I have this bench, and I've always wanted to put a bench at the end of a bed. I haven't ever had space for it. Hi. Can you help me move this? Okay. Thank you. You can stay there. Okay, or don't, that's fine too. I always saw this design choice with the bench at the end of the bed in magazines and movies and stuff when I was a kid. So I've always wanted one. This one was just sitting behind my old couch, and it was used for storage because it kept things decluttered because I didn't like a bunch of stuff sitting on the floor. It's gonna look so good. Looks so good. I mean, look at how sophisticated this looks. And I already shoved in here, so ignore this, but it's got nice little storage in there. Definitely highlights the fact that we need to get a new bed frame and sheets that all match. But I think this is a good start. But this blue has gotta go. It's really putting a damper on my vibe here, you know? So I'm definitely going to be getting rid of more of this blue today, but unfortunately for me, things can never be that easy. I have to get rid of the texture on these walls like I have every other part of the house. If you've been here a while, you know. For those of you that are new here, you're about to see what I am going to do to solve this little problem. And it's not that difficult to do. It's just, I hate having to do it, but it's necessary because this is ugly. The texture that is all over this house, I've gotten rid of most of it by this point, but this is an ongoing struggle that I have had with this place and the decisions that the builders, the previous owners, or whoever it is that is at fault. What was I talking about? The issue that I have with them, or one of the many issues, is obviously these textured walls. I feel like I'm talking in circles here. The ADHD has gotten the best of me. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I hate it. Oh, okay, so I have talked about this before. And I was like, why did they choose to put texture throughout the entire house? Was this just a really stupid design choice? Or like what gives? Why would you do that? And then some of you guys commented and told me that it was actually them trying to cut costs and expensive because apparently it is significantly more expensive to cover up sheetrock or drywall with a smooth skim coat like what I'm doing. It's a lot cheaper to do this really shitty texture job. Listen, I'm all for saving money, but not when it looks like this. That's just embarrassing. Oh, hi, Reg. You coming to help? Can you help me open the... Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're coming to help too? I appreciate the help, boys. But you don't have hands, so I don't think that... Oh, that wasn't as hard this time. So I don't think you can help that much. I do appreciate the support though. Having to skim coat more walls really feels like a test to my sanity. What the f***? Oh, I might have to chisel that off. That looks like shit. As I'm standing up here, I am realizing that there's this huge spot, specifically here, that bothers me, where they really cut corners. I mean, that looks really bad. So I'm gonna see if I can chisel that off and then just do my own. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but okay, so this is what I am left with after I just chiseled all of that off the top of this mirror here. And honestly, it's a good chunk. There's plaster all over the floor. Just these thick chunks of, I don't know why they did it the way that they did. But at least now I can see like where the texture's coming from underneath, and looks terrible. Like you can see where it comes from. This is one of those instances where I can't let it go and like plaster around it. It bothers me way too much. I'd rather just get it out of the way and start fresh. The room looks so much bigger now. Kind of makes me want to get a wider curtain rod. But in the meantime, I guess I can tear down these blinds because these were supposed to go a long time ago when we put up the curtains. Tim kept telling me he was going to take them down after I put up the curtains. That was 2 years ago. I was going to do it myself. How does this... Oh, that's how that comes down. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's heavy. Okay. And last one. That was surprisingly easy. I thought that it was going to be a lot worse than that. Okay, I am done skim coating this wall and I am completely out of plaster, both in the bucket and here. I was getting a little stressed there at the end. I didn't want to have to go to the store midway through doing this. Now I just have to let it dry. Now, I know that we're not working on the living room today, but because I'm moving over, or I have moved over, all of this stuff from my old apartment, I did want to test this out. I had these curtains. These were the ones that were in my old bedroom. I actually really like these curtains. These are from IKEA. They're like blackout, I think. And I don't necessarily think that these are gonna be the ones that I end up hanging up out here, but I really liked these brown curtains when I purchased them. However, I wasn't expecting to put my red chair here, and it just competes way too much with the color of the chair. That red chair is sort of a family heirloom. There's no way in hell I'm getting rid of it or changing the color of it. So the easiest thing to do is to just change the curtains. I have been looking for a sort of like very specific style of curtain for the last, God, I don't know, however many weeks. And I've come up a bit dry, and they're also like super expensive. So I'm sort of just doing like a trial run since I have these curtains. It doesn't cost me anything. So that is so much like whiter and brighter now that those curtains aren't there. I definitely don't want everything to be like a sad beige color. So like I said, that's probably why I'm not going to be putting up curtains like these. I also don't think these are wide enough, come to think of it. What I had in my head were these curtains that were like, they're like cream colored, but then they have like blue patterns on it or something. I feel like blue, like a white with a blue, would work really well in this area. Oh, I have extra hooks. I'll have to pull those off. Kind of love that. mean, I like it a lot more than the red. The thing that's weird about this window though is that it's slightly just too wide to where it doesn't fit any curtains that we've bought in store. So I don't think this is gonna cover. Wait a minute. Hold the f up. Does that fit? Shut up, that fits. No way. Okay, so I'm actually shocked that those curtains are wide enough. When I tell you, we had the 4 curtains here, so it looked a little bit weird because nothing seems to be wide enough. Tim has been looking for curtains for years. His friend Trisha was looking for them for years. I was looking for them for years, and you mean to tell me that I just pulled something from my bedroom that I got out of IKEA and it works? Okay, obviously this space is not done being designed, but that being said, as a placeholder until I can find something that really works, I actually love these curtains here. I'm really glad that I tested this out. Like, look at how much better this looks without this chair competing for attention with those curtains. Damn. So I left this to dry for a day, and for some reason it just still wasn't dry yet. I think it was the conditions in here. We had the AC on because it's like kind of hot outside. And then I spared you guys because sanding is not fun to watch, but I was worried because I didn't want to create a giant mess like it has in the past with me sanding. So instead I just decided to get a sponge and just wet sand the whole thing. So that didn't take me too long, but then that added even more drying time. So here we are 2 days later. It is finally dry. So now all I have to do, prime it, paint it, and then I'm considering getting new curtains. I'm gonna go do that. Oh, stop moving. Ow. Am I out of primer? I think I'm out of primer. How did I use that? That's right, I used the last of it when I was skim coating these other walls. Well, my free project turned into a not so free project because I have to go to Home Depot now to go get primer. So now that I am back from Home Depot, now I can prime. I've got to protect my favorite piece of furniture, obviously. And now I have to find something amazing to watch while I'm painting. We've got 1,000 Pound Sisters, Family by the Ton, Too Large, Ugliest House in America, You, Me, and My Ex, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding, that's a good one. And now we're ready to paint. Oh, cool. I don't think I need to stir that. And it already has dog hair in it. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Oh, I found my stick. Correction, Tim found my stick. I don't even really know where it was. He may have been hiding it from me. Now it just has to dry. Hopefully this won't take too long. I don't think it will. It'll be fine. Okay. I would like to take a moment to talk to you guys about my curtain dilemma here. So I bought 2 different kinds of curtains at IKEA, and I'm not sure which one I'm gonna actually keep. Now the issue that I had with the curtains that were in here is they were sort of making everything look like darker, and I don't know how to explain it, but like not in a good way. Like I like a good blackout curtain because I'm really sensitive to light when I'm trying to sleep. That's not what I'm talking about. I was talking about more or less the color and probably the fact that the curtain rod really isn't wide enough. The curtain rod was one of the very first projects that I ever did. That industrial curtain rod was something that I had always wanted to try, but the only problem with it was that I couldn't find any poles that were like super wide to cover the window. And I said, oh well, it doesn't really matter. Turns out it matters, because now when the curtains hang, it's cutting off part of the window, which is making the room look a lot smaller. So I think I'm gonna look for another curtain rod later. So the curtains, we found these kind of like blackout ones, this Corgmont. Problem is that it almost looks a little gray to me. And so I'm like, okay, like, does this bring us back to square one as far as like, I just tore down gray curtains and then now this is like a gray white and it's like not really cutting it? Or there's this one called Tabast. I have no idea. These are the ones that I found, and this one is less light blocking. So like the sort of gray white one is like really blocking. This one's like less so. How much less light it blocks at is gonna be really a sheer determining factor as to which curtains I choose. But I'm hoping that these ones work because these are a little more my style. Like I can compare the two. Granted, this is not the color that the wall is going to be. This is stark white because this is the primer. So I'm not gonna have this is the color. Or there's like this. I don't really know. Oh, it's dry. Okay, well that means I can put on my next coat of paint and then figure out the curtains. So the paint is finally dry, but it is nighttime here now. And so I decided that it was time to put up the curtains. Unfortunately, the ones that I really liked are very see-through, so that's not gonna work. And the other ones are definitely very like blackout. Let me just show you what I mean.
Does your camera pick it up?
Yep, that's the difference in the curtains. So these are the curtains. This is the one that's like cool toned that I wasn't like the biggest fan of. And then these are the sort of like warmer tone ones that I really liked. Now, obviously, because of what you guys just saw, this isn't gonna work. It's like way too see-through. This curtain though, even though I didn't initially love that it's cool toned, part of me is wondering if that's going to work still, because even though everything in this room is warm toned, the baseboards, the door, and the headers are all a cool toned white. So part of me is thinking that the contrast of the cool and the warm might be necessary in this bedroom. I could be totally wrong about it, and I hope that I don't hate this like 3 months from now. But I think I'm going to pleat these. I have these hooks. I'm gonna pleat them real quick, and then I'll hang them up. And I really wanna know what you guys think. I'll be back with that. Okay, so I have never pleated curtains in my life, full transparency, but this is the kind of completed look. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm a little bit worried that it's not gonna be wide enough. Please, for the love of God, just work. All right, I feel like this is barely gonna fit, but I think I might be able to make it. Did it fit? Okay, I was legitimately very concerned that it was not going to fit. I have to say I am fairly shocked that that worked. I thought that for sure when I pleated them, it wouldn't be wide enough. So I'm really glad that that worked. I'm going a little bit back and forth on the color, but the longer it's up here, the more that it's growing on me. Let me know what you guys think, because I could just be overthinking this. And I'm thinking rather than exchanging or changing out the curtain rod, getting one of those things that bunches the curtains to the side. I think that could be the move. Other than that, the only thing I have to do to these curtains is hem them, because there's like a solid 2 feet extra here that I really don't need. But I'm tired, so I'm ready to go to bed. Even though I ended up having to spend a little more than the $0 I was planning on spending this week, it was still really affordable. And the small changes that were made, I feel like make a massive difference. Stay tuned for future episodes where I finally get rid of the last of the blue in this room once and for all. If you're interested in videos like the one you're watching now, then this video here might be worth a watch.